Next, we're going to go over how to post a blog post using WordPress while focusing on search engine optimization. First, visit your website and simply log in. If you have to, go to your website /WP admin. It will take you to the admin login panel. Once you've logged in, this is what you'll see, and simply go to Post, Add New Post. Now you're in the New Post section of WordPress, and we will first, in order to ensure that all of our options are available that we need to be utilizing to focus on SEO, we will go up here to Screen Options and ensure that our custom fields are clicked, or categories. We can do author, featured image, post tags, ET settings, and if available, all-in-one SEO pack. Now, this WordPress installation, this website that we've created, does have a few unique aspects to it. Your WordPress site or your website may not have the same features. For example, when we get to all-in-one SEO pack, what it is a plugin that we develop and highly customize for whoever the client may be, and this increases overall SEO capability when used correctly on posts and pages and the development as a whole, the development of the website. So if this option is not available, or another option that we talk about, that just may mean that it's not just currently not available on your website. Let us know, and we will kind of walk you through that specific process if needed. But otherwise, this information is somewhat general, but it will cover all the bases. First, as it says, enter a new title. The title we choose should have keywords that are pertinent to the content we're about to write. In this case, we have our title, and it has good keywords that we're going to be using throughout the website. Next, we will go ahead and write the body or the content of the blog post. If you're writing in Microsoft Word or Excel or any other application and you want to copy and paste, if you copy and paste under this visual tab, you may notice some formatting issues, and so what we want to avoid is copying and pasting using this visual tab. So we'll simply click on HTML, paste in here anything that we've created on Microsoft Word or another program, and from the visual tab, if we click on the visual tab, we'll be able to make more changes, such as bolding, italics, and so on. So if we wanted to just create a new blog from scratch and not copy and paste, what we'll do is start on this visual tab and simply start typing. So as we type along, we can make changes to whatever we have, but in this case, I do have the content, so I will go to the HTML tab and simply paste it, go back to the visual, and in here I can make further changes. Adding additional links, for example, minimally invasive. We'll add a link here by highlighting it and clicking the link button. If it's a link going to an outside source, a different website, we want to make sure to click this, open link in a new window or tab. That will allow users to stay on your website and simply bring up an additional page to browse the content that you linked to. So in this case, we would have the website, and it's very important to have a title on the website as well. So what we'll do is put in a title, and if we want to add a link to our own website, which is highly recommended for search engine optimization and allowing visitors greater depth of visit and time on site, so really exploring your website and getting involved in the conversation. Here we will search a page or a post that we have previously written. So in this case, what is minimally invasive surgery? And we will simply select that. And before we click add link, we want to make sure there's a title, and in this case, since this link is on our website, we want to make sure this is not selected. So if it is selected, we will unselect it. We do not want to open a new link in a new window. We simply want to redirect the user to a different part of the website. This is very useful when adding read more links on the bottom of the post, which we'll go over right now. So in this case, we will add the link, and What we recommend on the bottom of your posts to have a read more link, something similar to this page that has read more and then some links to our websites like we've just created, links to other pages on this current website. Having this on the bottom of posts and pages is very user-friendly and increases the time on site and the depth of visit for everybody who's reading the content and all of the visitors to the site. We want to try to put a read more link and some helpful content on the bottom of each post that we create. In this case, we would put it right at the bottom, make sure the formatting looks correct, and that looks fine to me. And this will allow users to have a more in-depth visit on our website, kind of prolong the conversation that we're having with them with these read more links on the bottom. And again, each one of these links are links to other pages on our website. So we do not need to have that box clicked that says open link in new window or tab. We just keep that unchecked for links that are going to our other pages. So throughout the website, while we're writing the blog post, keep in mind that we want to keep our keywords in the title and we want to use keywords early and often. Search engines typically pay more attention to words in the beginning of your post, and so do humans. So try to make your blog post very interesting and keyword rich at the very beginning. Your blog should at least be 250 words long enough to cover the subject, but short enough to be interesting. And make sure your keywords make up between 2 to 5% of the content. Avoid duplicate content is something we really need to focus on. If some of this content is coming from another website or another source, I never want to simply copy and paste it. And I also want to avoid quoting content. If I can paraphrase some useful resources or some content from a different website, that's the most I should do. I shouldn't quote and I should never copy, because search engines will take any sort of quote or any sort of copying as duplicate content, and that will hurt your search engine ratings and your search engine optimization that we're trying so hard to really be effective. So in order to follow the rules and get the best out of our SEO, we want to not duplicate content, and we want to again have keywords at the very beginning of the posts and have the blog at least 250 words. If we do have some content that we are paraphrasing, be sure to link back to the original topic or the original location of wherever you're paraphrasing the information from. Also, we want to keep in mind that a permalink is very important. This permalink will be the actual link that somebody clicks onto to get to the post. So in this case, this is our permalink, our permanent link. If it's showing up as numbers after your website or post question mark and then some date or something like that, let us know so we can adjust the settings to be able to include your entire title in your permalink structure. You never want to edit this by hand. You want to have it do automatically. And with permalinks, we want to, as you've noticed, avoid spaces in words. And again, this should all be automatic. If it's not, let us know and we'll update the settings or talk with you about it. Next, we'll move over to our categories area. Here we want to check uncategorized because we want to have a few good categories, good solid categories in here. So in this case, we'll add a few by clicking Add New Category. From here, simply add new category and it will show up. Add a few categories for each post. The information here should be specific, but it shouldn't be too specific that it can't fall under a general category. So try to make it 1 to 3 categories if possible. And so we'll add a few more. I'd like to mention something in categories. If your content cannot fit or is simply a little too specific for a certain category, or as you get a lot more posts and a lot more categories, you may want to be a little more specific. In this case, continuing medical education can have a subcategory if it was possible. So let's say that this article or this post that we just wrote has a category. Let's click Add New Category and put the category in. This category is minimally invasive procedures, and I feel that this category should be a subcategory of continuing medical education. I don't want it its own group because it may not be as broad as this one. But so in this case, we'll simply select continuing medical education. We'll simply select the category, the parent category essentially, and this new category, once we click add new category, will simply appear underneath it. And that's a great way to organize our categories, and it also works very, very well with search engine optimization with Google and other search engines browsing our site, as well as user experience in the website. It's a little better way to organize content, is having these main categories and subcategories in here. With categories, it's sometimes useful to have a subcategory in more than one main category. You can have redundant subcategories if they do in fact belong under a broader main category, or two in this case. This helps with SEO as well as user experience on your website.